So you want to open up a Shopify dropshipping store. That's absolutely great, but make sure you do not dropship these 5 types of products on your guys' store. What is going on, everyone? Yash here. Welcome back to the channel. I hope each and every single one of you is absolutely having a great week and a great day. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. Before we do move forward into the video, please do make sure you guys drop a huge like on this video, smash that like button down below, and last but not least, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel with your post notification bell turned on so you guys are updated with all recent content on the channel. And of course, if you guys already have not joined my free Facebook group, Ecom Masterminds, definitely feel free to join it. I will be leaving a link to that along with all my other social media channels down in the description below. So guys, when it comes to e-commerce dropshipping, certain niches tend to do better than others. Certain products tend to do better than others. If you guys, by the way, have not checked out the 5 top niches to dropship in 2020 and onwards, definitely check out that video. I'll be leaving a link right there on that little eye if you click on it. Going back to my point, certain niches and products just do naturally better because of how the market resonates with them. And then there's certain types of products that you should absolutely not be selling at all. And the main reason you should not be selling these types of products is because they can absolutely hinder the sustainability, yet alone the growth of your dropshipping business. I'm going to keep this video very to the point and very informational. So without any ado, let's jump straight into the video so you guys know what 5 products to absolutely stay away from when it comes to dropshipping on Shopify. First and foremost, guys, we have watches. I see watches almost like the birth of dropshipping, and I say that because I remember back in like 2015 and 2016, I've only been dropshipping since 2018. Back in 2015 and 16, I remember myself coming across ads on Instagram, having me buy these sorts of watches. And I even remember actually receiving the watch in the mail like after 3 to 4 to 5 weeks, I think. Obviously at that time, I had no idea that it was a dropshipping store and what I was actually buying from. So that's why I like to call it the birth of dropshipping. So many people who got into dropshipping early on in 2014, 15, 16 started by dropshipping watches. And overall, guys, because of that, it just got too competitive and it got too saturated as well. If you guys don't know Movement, the watch brand, they initially started to dropship and now actually they sold their company for hundreds and millions of dollars. With that being said, there's just so many e-commerce brands that sell watches. There's so many retailers that carry watches as well. Like you can literally go to a store like Walmart or Rite Aid or Walgreens here in the US especially and literally get a watch. So it's almost like, why should people be buying from your store, right? What makes your store so credible and what makes it so unique? More than that, the consumer market is looking for quality, guys, right? They're looking for quality watches. At the end of the day, it is a timepiece that a man or woman is wearing on his or her wrist. So, most of these watches from Alibaba and AliExpress are absolutely a no. They contain cheap pieces and are not sturdy as well. With that being said, guys, avoid analog and digital watches. I see a lot of people trying to sell like those Fitbit sort of watches. Guys, that market is absolutely oversaturated. There's so much market awareness created with those sorts of products already. So whether, again, it be analog or digital or fitness watches like Fitbits and stuff like that, I would just in general stay away from those types of products because of the highly competitive nature of the niche. Next, we have sunglasses. Sunglasses is really competitive. It's right next to the watches thing that I was talking about, like the birth of dropshipping. Oversaturated. So many retailers carry sunglasses again. You can literally go to like a bodega or a corner store and literally buy sunglasses now. So again, it's like, why would someone trust your store when they've never heard of to buy sunglasses where, that's something that is so easily accessible to the consumer market. On top of that, people are looking for quality, right? When it comes to accessories, guys, like watches and sunglasses, the actual stigma that people are looking for in these products have definitely gone up over the years as more and more famous e-commerce brands are growing and people are actually purchasing from them. A lot of sunglasses, especially if you're using AliExpress and Alibaba, and I'm saying that because that's what most dropshippers use. In general, even if you're using like other third-party sourcing agents or third-party sourcing platforms like Zendrop or CJ or Udroppy, at the end of the day, it is still coming from Alibaba or Chinese manufacturers. They are an absolutely no. A lot of these sunglasses are pretty flimsy. I think my cousin one time ordered something from a dropshipping website, and obviously they were sunglasses, but I'm not really sure the exact type, and I think they broke like within like 7 or 8 days when she went to the beach. My other point to add on is that sunglasses are almost like a try-on product, right? People actually want to try sunglasses on. That's why you'll see like most people actually purchase sunglasses from like retail or brick and mortar locations. They actually want to see how the sunglasses fit them, right? More than that, how they actually look on them as well. So it is a little bit of a harder sell. I just want to include this in there. Please avoid selling the blue anti-glare glasses, guys. So many people have been starting to sell these different glasses, like in terms of anti-blue or anti-blue light or anti-glare glasses. I think it's just super, super competitive. I mean, there's people that have absolutely taken brands like this to like white labeling and private labeling and like even like multiple 7, 8, 9 figures. So it is just very, very, very tough to sell such products. Just a quick note about like white labeling or private labeling, just because I brought it up. This goes for not only watches and sunglasses, but some of the other types of products that I'm going to bring up for you guys as well. If you are going to sell like really, really saturated products, you want to make sure that you're at least like white labeling or private labeling them, right? What that really means is that you're really making the product your own. White labeling essentially means that you're basically rebranding the product with your actual store name onto it. Let's just take a very, very simple example. This phone case is OtterBox, right? That is what the phone case brand I use for my iPhone XR. It's basically like putting your own name on the actual phone case, like store XYZ. That's what white labeling basically is. So again, if you're trying to sell in one of these highly competitive and saturated market, guys, you have to at least make sure that you're white labeling or private labeling to kind of give your brand that authoritative nature and to give it a little bit of a boost to get that traction out of it. And just to add on, you do need a really, really, really huge budget, even if like you're selling sunglasses or watches, and even if you're private labeling and white labeling them, for example, you do need a little bit of a larger budget because there's just so much awareness for these types of products out there. There's just so many online shops and retailers selling these kinds of products, so you really have to make yourself unique and you really have to make yourself stand out. So again, that's just a little note for you guys. Moving on, we have handbags, purses, and wallets. I've seen so many stores, and a lot of you guys may be like, Yash, like who even sells these types of products? Trust me, guys, I've seen stores like literally sell these types of products, and I can for sure say that they are way too competitive, way too saturated. So many retailers and e-commerce stores carry handbags, purses, and wallets. Again, like Target, CVS, Walmart, like the most simplest retail locations carry stuff like this, guys. So again, what's going to make people buy from your store? The same thing matters when it comes to handbags, purses, and wallets and pocketbooks and stuff like that. People are looking for quality, especially women. They're more aggressive buyers by nature. So AliExpress and Alibaba are absolutely a no. More than likely that specific product is using cheap material and cheap leather. So guys, please, 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 please do not sell handbags, purses, and wallets. Make a general store out of them, or let alone even a knit store selling these 3 items. Moving on, another type of product is jewelry. A lot of people may disagree with me, especially if there's any like YouTube dropshipping gurus out there. But again, that is completely fine, right? And I'll tell you exactly why. Jewelry used to be really, really, really known and prominent when it came to dropshipping, even till like 2018, 2019. But I think in 2020 and onwards, it has just gotten way too competitive. It has gotten way too saturated because more and more retailers are opening up stores specifically designed to jewelry. More than that, a lot of e-commerce dropshipping stores are selling jewelry now as well. And just to back my point up, this is something that I've seen in the past 7 to 8 to 9 months. There's not a lot of winning or trending or new products that have to do with jewelry because of how competitive the nature has gotten to be within this specific niche. This almost applies to everything I'm saying, but it is very, very true. For products like these, the consumer market is looking for quality. AliExpress and Alibaba are a no again. You don't want to sell people cheap pieces where like if you literally apply some force to a necklace or a bracelet, it will basically snap in half. You do not absolutely want that. People are usually buying jewelry, all sorts of jewelry for themselves or to give to a loved one or as a gift. So absolutely you want to make sure that it is good quality, and that is what people are looking for. In 8 out of 10 times, if you're purchasing something from AliExpress or Alibaba, it's going to be very, very shady quality. This includes like rings, necklaces, bracelets, anklets, etc. Just anything that is basically in that jewelry niche. However, there is one example I can say, and I will explain to you right now by what I mean. So a lot of you may actually know about this product. It is our 100 languages I love you necklace. This product actually blew off like about 2 years ago, and it's been doing well every single Mother's Day and every single Valentine's Day. Not as much anymore, I won't lie. I've seen so many people sell it, but it just hasn't really picked up off the ground like it was doing before again. It's just because there's so much market awareness about this product. The main point about jewelry products is this sort of exception, right? It doesn't have to be this specific product, but I just kind of want to use this as a gauge, as a benchmark as to really what I'm talking about in terms of this exception. So guys, obviously a piece like this, a jewelry piece like this is very, very, very rare to get in a store like Tiffany & Co. or Aldo, you know, where most people shop for jewelry, or even a lot of solely e-commerce brands as well, because it is very unique, right? For those of you guys that are a little bit new and then haven't been in the space for so long, if you look closely into it, it says I love you 100 times. It says I love you in 100 different languages. Again, this you cannot get. This piece of jewelry, even though the niche is saturated itself, the product within the niche is not saturated or competitive. It is an emotional wow factor compassion product, right? So again, these kinds of products, when they do come out in the market, which they do not as much anymore, is absolutely an exception. You can definitely make like a jewelry knit store even better, like a one product store around a product like this. Definitely go for it. And you can obviously advertise it with Facebook ads and Instagram influencers as well. There is a very, very small exception when it comes to the jewelry niche for products like these. So obviously keep your eyes out, guys. Last but not least, guys, I definitely wanted to include this category as well. And that is copyrighted and trademarked and patented products. As you can see on the bottom right here, you know, selling like Marvel, Walt Disney World, just stuff like that is absolutely a no. And you'll be actually surprised how many people are trying to sell something like this on their stores. First and foremost, guys, your store is automatically going to have a lack of trust because people are going to be searching for stuff like this on Amazon. You know, sellers or merchants that are actually authorized and have a green light to sell these kinds of products, or on other e-commerce stores that, again, have authority to sell these types of products. With that being said, just kind of moving on, it is too competitive, oversaturated. Again, so many retailer stores that are actually authorized, that are actually allowed, are going to have these sorts of products. You know, not only phone cases, but just any sort of copyrighted and trademarked and Marvel products, just any sort of copyrighted, trademarked, or patented products. I'm just using the phone case examples because I've actually seen this very, very, very often, especially like in the earlier days, like in 2018, 2019. Even though some stores right now, when I audit, I do see people selling very similar products. So I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention. This has a huge risk of copyright infringement. You know, you have a huge stake on the table, right? So you don't want to basically go through that loss. I mean, you don't want to deal with different legalities, you know, different big companies suing you. You absolutely just want to stay away from that. It is not a pretty sight at all, you know, so you'd rather play safe than be sorry. Not only phone cases, it can literally be like hoodies, different accessories, just really anything that is not supposed to be yours, anything that is already trademarked or copyrighted or patented. Please, guys, stay away from selling. I promise you it is not worth it in the short term, and especially in the long term. You know, a lot of people just want to make a quick buck. And furthermore, even if you go on advertising platforms such as Facebook and Google and you try to promote something like this, 9 out of 10 times you are going to end up getting banned, and your ads are going to end up getting disapproved as well. Something that you want to totally stay away from, guys. There's so many products out there. There's thousands of products out there that are coming out every single day. So again, do not resort to selling something like this. It is absolutely not worth it. Plain, short, and simple. And with that being said, guys, like I said, I wanted to keep this video very to the point and very informative. So if you're just starting out dropshipping, or if you're opening up a new store, you know, if your first 1 or 2 stores went as a flop, that is completely okay too. Just make sure you do not sell any of these products in any of these categories or any of these niches. It is absolutely not worth it for that sustainability, that scalability, and that short-term growth as well, it will really be very tough to get you that initial traction because of the reasons I gave you. If you guys have any questions, thoughts, and concerns, guys, please do make sure to drop them in the comments below. I always make sure to reply to each and every single one of you guys. Drop down any other video ideas you may have that you want to see in 2020 and onwards. I promise I'm coming out with some great content in the summer, so definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and with that being said, I will see you guys soon. Peace.